Hafre, Guam, and beyond. Welcome to the first episode of Winning with Win. I'm Dr. Luan Win, a physician at American Medical Center and founder of NewGen. My personal goal is to play tennis beyond 100 years of age, and within this journey, I want to show you how to invest in yourself for optimal health and performance. Deep down inside, I've wanted to launch the channel for the last 2 years, but I'll reveal today what was holding me back, and hopefully I can inspire you to break through. Besides being bedridden, relying on a caretaker to wipe my dog in, and deteriorating in my bedroom alone, do you know what's my biggest fears? Come closer, a little bit more. It's broadcasting my voice and facing public criticism. There's actually a term for this fear called catagelophobia. It's within the realm of social anxiety. So I don't have an incapacitating fear anymore, but it's certainly one of the most challenging things that's holding me back from capitalizing on opportunities and reaching my true potential. And these days, even if you go into with good intentions online, all of a sudden everyone's an expert with an opinion. So it's just so easy for people to backlash from behind the screen. And before I put myself out there on camera and do a little form of exposure therapy, I had to really analyze why I may develop these fears. Sometimes when you understand the root causes, you might expose an irrational fear to a more rational fear that is more manageable. So some insights I got from seeing a psychologist, some I just got from looking back at my childhood, and my upbringing with my parents and culture was really not to question authority. Don't make waves, don't shame the family name. So being agreeable and nice has served me well up until this point in my life, because for the most part, I haven't said anything really brash that would wreck relationships or my reputation beyond repair. And evolutionarily, that makes sense. Having acceptance among the tribe is a survival mechanism. However, after contracting COVID 3 months ago, I was reminded that life is not guaranteed, and it shifted my mindset. There's about 2 nights where I had chest heaviness and I had difficulty breathing, and my oxygen saturation went as low as like 88% or even lower maybe. And at that point, no matter how positive you are, when you're in bed alone, it's not hard to question your own mortality. And I really did wonder, will I get to hug my kids again? And I certainly had a WTF moment, because I go to great lengths to optimize my health and fitness, but that's the sickest I've ever been in the last decade. And I thought I'd be bulletproof from COVID, but I was really skirting the criteria for hospitalization. And even worse, I ended up being a long hauler, taking about 3 months to recover. But rather than let my negative voice in my head really tell me all that time in the gym was a waste of time, I had to really change the narrative in my head. Maybe if I didn't really prepare my body like I did for the last few years and remained overweight, 30 pounds overweight, my outcome might have been different. Maybe hospitalization or being on a ventilator. And really after that night, I was really reminded of the things I shouldn't take for granted. And I don't want to live with regrets and be limited by my own thoughts and my own fears. I'm already 41 years old, and if my investment towards my health gives me that return on investment that I really desire, at best I might only have 60% lifespan to go. And I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive in those years I have left. And I see the state of health of Guam right now and the current negative trajectory it's going. And I really want to make an impact and contribute to the community by building a team and form partnerships to really reverse this alarming rate of chronic lifestyle diseases. So my own challenges, goals, and fears will be different from yours, but I want you to really realize that procrastination is often a form of fear. I put off this project for so many years because I cared too much about what others thought, or the fear of being judged. Whether you tell yourself you'll change your eating habits or you're really going to change your career path, but you keep pushing back that start date. And we make excuses, tell ourselves, oh, we're too busy, we're too tired because I want to put all that energy into the kids. But oftentimes it's about fear. If you keep procrastinating action towards your goals, it may be helpful to really analyze why. It might entail some digging into your past. And this is an obvious suggestion, but I don't think we practice this exercise enough. I encourage you to write all the pros and cons of taking action towards your health goals. And when you see for yourself on paper all the stacked number of pros over the cons, it can really dissolve some irrational fears. And taking that first step is so much easier. As Andrew Huberman, Stanford neuroscientist, says, when you move towards your fear and you lean into the negative experiences, you secrete a neurochemical called dopamine. And dopamine can reinforce and replenish motivation to flip that courage switch in the brain. And dopamine also helps to rewire brain circuitry to make that desired behavior happen again. So next time you're faced with your fears, you want to lean into it and take that one step forward. And if you want to see my list of pros and cons on why I want to conquer this fear, scroll down below. And until next time, invest in your health for meaningful gains.